welcome to your Cooling Fitness RX. And Cooling Fitness RXs are on the days when your system is just a little bit low. Energy is a little bit shot, and we are here to heal people. So I got a series of, let's say, six yoga poses for you today. And you're gonna cycle between these yoga poses anywhere from 1 to 5 times. And ideally, you can hold these poses for a minute or longer. So depending on how much time you have, I just want you to spend time in the poses and be very, very, very mindful of the breath. On days like this, it's super important that you trigger what's called your parasympathetic nervous system, and you do that by taking deep belly breaths, okay? So let's get started. So once you find yourself on the mat, just move into your first pose, which is child's pose. So child's pose is super basic. You just want your buttocks to be drawing towards your heels, and you're simply gonna lay your forehead down onto the mat. Palms can be facing up, reaching behind you, or if it feels better on your shoulder, you get a nice shoulder stretch, you can reach the arms out in front of you. And as you rest into this pose, just draw the breath in so deep that you feel your lower belly ballooning and pressing on your upper thighs. That's pose number 1. Pose number 2, we have extended puppy pose. So moving right from that child's pose, just bring the hands underneath the shoulders to begin, and then walk the hands out in front of you. So this is a gentle back bend here. Keep the elbows lifted. Elbows stay lifted, but you release the forehead low so that you feel your shoulder blades coming into the back of the heart. And you just kick it in that pose and breathe and let your shoulders get a beautiful stretch. Pose number 3, we have downward facing dog. So just walk the hands back underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, and move into that upside down V-like shape. So just pull your tailbone high to the sky. And then when you move into your first downward facing dog, I like to pedal out the feet, just kind of explore my body and see what's up with it on any given day. And then just settle in, let the crown of the head drop towards the floor. And I like to bob, keep bobbing and drawing the head closer to the floor, ears in between your biceps. Tailbone rises, heels descend, and you breathe there for 1 minute. Pose number 4 is gonna be a pose called Kapyasana. It's a low lunge with the knee down. So from your downward facing dog, you just draw your foot in between your hands, lower one knee down, untuck your back toes. From there, you can just hover the fingertips on the floor. You can stay right here, or if it feels comfortable, interlace those hands above your head, releasing your fingertips. In this pose, I like to do a little shoulder shimmy, sink the pelvis. Imagine somebody is pulling on your index fingers behind you. If you feel crunchiness in the low back, just come out of the pose a little bit, but keep that breath moving free. And then finally, pose number 5 is going to be Navasana. So come onto your buttocks, send the legs out in front. Now this is a very, very mild heat builder, but I want you to get a little bit of movement happening in your digestion. So from here, pull the navel in and up, roll the shoulders up, back and down. Knees drawn towards the chest, release your fingertips towards your toes. You can stay right there. For if you want just a little bit more intensity without driving your heart rate too high, you can extend your legs. But keep drawing the navel in and up, in and up. Holding there for about 1 minute. And then finally moving into our final resting pose. In Sanskrit, it's called Shavasana. In English, it's called corpse pose. So you just find yourself all the way onto your back and just let everything go. Now, if you're gonna cycle through these poses a few times, just let this Shavasana be no more than 1 minute. If this is your final resting pose and you've done a few cycles and you just want that to be the end of your practice, I suggest staying in Shavasana for at least 5 to 10 minutes if you have the time. So enjoy those 6 beautiful yoga poses, and as you go through your day-to-day, you guys, just take it super easy, let your system recharge, and then I will see you all again soon.